Hi, hello, and welcome to Capricorn Venus Tarot. This is Capricorn Venus. So today we're going to see how are you currently being viewed. So just an overview. We've got pile number 1 with 3 of Wands, pile number 2 with the Hanged Man, pile number 3 with the Wheel of Fortune, and pile number 4 with the Empress. Okay, so go ahead and pick your pile and I will see you guys in there. All right, pile number 1. How is pile number 1 currently being viewed? I think you're currently being viewed as someone who knows where they're going, who has an idea of what they want. You're being viewed as someone who likes to be alone, who's very comfortable with themselves. Really heavy on you loving your own company. Or you really believe in yourself, you trust yourself. Mysterious Mother. Yeah, you also might be viewed as someone who's like a reluctant leader who, you know, naturally takes up space and rises to the top, but doesn't always do it on purpose, and they don't necessarily want to be doing it all the time because you do like your own company so much. But you're actually someone who gathers a lot of people around you because you're very caring. Predictions of growth, yeah. Also, you're being seen as someone who really develops things in people, or like a great friend, basically. Like you're being seen as a really great friend, okay? Oh, yeah. Share tenderness. Hiding in reverse. You're being seen as someone to confide in. You're being seen as someone who understands and is like such a reward to be around. Like your company is very rewarding. Yeah, you're well sought after for friendship, I think, for sure. You make people feel really special and really seen and also very protected. I think you're being seen as someone who is very protective over the people in your life, and that it feels good to be protected by, because I am getting like from the inside and from the outside. From the inside of your group here, pile 1, you are seen as someone who's very protective, who feels good to be around and makes them believe in the future and feel good about what's going on. Yeah, you're seen also as someone who is realistic, who understands when things are down. Yeah, you're not that kind of person who's gonna be mean to someone because they were a little bit colder than usual because they were sick or something. Like, this happens a lot in customer service, probably in life too, but I see it so much with coworkers where when you're having a bad day, that's the worst person to be around because they'll kind of pile on or something like that. But you would be the opposite of that. Yeah, people really especially love your company in a harsh situation. Body again. You're also known as extremely good looking. A perfect 10 here. We just rolled over to 10 with body. Yeah, I feel like you're amazing to be with. I think you're seen as someone who would be you know, an absolute pleasure to get to know and to be around and to get to share space with. So yeah, Yeah, you're also seen as someone who's moving forward, who's trying new things, who's getting out there, who's turning over a new leaf. Like you are known as that person right now who is changing their life, you know? Yeah, you could also be known as someone who's very sexually alluring and who people want to take that next step with. Hot ticket item, I hear. So I feel like you're known as that. You're known as kind of a hot ticket item. It's nice to have you on their side or on their, you know, team or in their space. Let's see. Be free, do what you love. You really encourage people too. I think just how you're being seen is as someone who is really nice to be around. That's a huge thing here. Pile 1, I feel people are competing to be around you, competing for your time here. On all levels of your time right now. Yeah, you might be getting invited to a lot of like friend things and work things, and like you're being pulled in a lot of directions. And I think it's just because being around you is a huge benefit. So I don't know if you find that people, after they leave hanging out with you, they are doing so much better and they feel amazing, but that's how you're being viewed. Yeah, so that is what I've got for you. Thank you very much. Pile number 1. We'll pull some music videos, and this will show more like appearance stuff too, which is fun. And people are talking about your body, and you know, they're seeing you as someone who, there's something exciting about the way you look. I think you're seen as very exciting and different and alive and like awake, like really awake in the eyes here. And kind of dark and kind of, you know, like not afraid of a little competitive moment or not afraid of like a spicy comment. Yeah, you're definitely seen as someone who can make a spicy comment. So thank you very much. Let's see. This is nice though. This is kind of what I was feeling of, like, you're someone who it's really nice to be around. So nice, in fact, that people become extremely close to you. I do think you must have people that are very, very close to you and are very important to you, and you guys share a deep bond, and you're seen as someone who is capable of those deep bonds, and that, you know, relationships really mean something to you strongly. Okay. Yes, and I was getting this. It's like you make people come alive. You, you know, change their whole mood around. You are like, you know, human life force over here. So it's really nice to be around you, for friends too. And it's so nice to be around you, in fact, that, you know, you have to like limit some people's being able to be around you at all. Ooh. Wow. Look at you. You're great to be a coworker with, by the way. You make the jobs not even just tolerable, but like they don't want to skip work. You know, you're that good here. You're that good that I actually would be sad if I missed work, because then I wouldn't get to hear what you said today, or I wouldn't get to hang out with you. Of course I want to come into work. I get to hang out with you. You know, that is how you're seen. So that is super cute. Okay. It's just so hard because you are just extremely well loved. You're very entertaining. You're fun to be around. There are many amazing things about you. And if people get to be in a romantic relationship with you, that's crazy. That's like such a benefit. You know, people are fighting over your friendship here, much less to date you. So yeah, that's what I've got for you. Thank you very much. Pile number 1. Appreciate you coming by. I'm gonna link these down below. Definitely leave me a comment, like the video, and subscribe. You know, you're just, yeah, I mean, you kind of, this is like an amazing pile to pick, I think. Because you're very well thought of and you're very well seen. But yeah, I will see you next time. Not quite figured out my desk arrangement because I moved it. I'm still sorting that through. Okay, pile number 2. Oh, the hangman. And then I had that little organization speech there. So I feel like right now you are being viewed as someone who's planning, who's plotting, who's figuring things out, kind of making their final judgments on certain things, putting everything into place, like laying it out. This is your thinking stage. Yeah, this is kind of funny of like, but there is a sense of like, there's a time limit on this, and eventually you'll be uncaged and you can go about your plans. So it's almost like people find you a little bit scary. I think you are seen as a little bit scary here. Pile number 2. Let's see. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. I think you're also seen as someone who has been left out in the cold before, who knows what it's like, you know, and like has felt that. You've been around and you've seen some things. Like I feel like you're known as a wise, you know, worldly person who knows a lot of different things. And I think you're also known as someone who can change people's mindsets, and that maybe you have changed your own mindset over time or something. Okay. So again, intimidating. You are seen as intimidating here. Someone who is very well loved, I'm getting. You're seen as someone who is powerful. Yeah. Very powerful as well. Popular. Oh, 2 of Cups. Yeah. People really enjoy your company. And you're charming. Extremely, extremely charming. So there's this undercurrent with you though, pile 2, where there is an intimidation factor. You seem dangerous. You have a dangerous quality here. I'm being especially drawn to my little rose and my little black stone right here. Can you see it? So you seem very deep and dramatic and like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking of that girl from The Penguin, that TV show. I still haven't watched it. I really want to. I need to. But she's, I think her name is Sophia or something. I don't know. Anyway, she's the main character. Falcone or something. It's just reminding me of her. I'll have to insert like a clip of her or something because it's just giving me that vibe of like, you're well connected, you're kind of scary, you're cool and interesting. Moody maybe too, like moody in like a goth way. You could even be sometimes like, you could have deadpan humor sometimes, or like keep a really straight face but be saying something funny, or you have a really good poker face here. How else? And very intelligent. You're also known as very intelligent. 5 of Wands, yeah. A formidable foe here. Pile number 2. And then she's doing this pose, which is the Lucifer pose from this like famous painting. I'll have to link it down below because this is just like a reference to that. And it's like jealousy or something like that. So also you could be being seen as a person who, you know, will fight over your partner or something, or fight for your partner, or will fight for their friends as well. Like you seem like that kind of person who would come out of the woodworks when somebody's just insulted your friend, you know, and like, oh no, like here comes the enforcer here. Let's see. What are they going to say? What's going to happen? Yeah, there is, you know, you are intimidating. It's definitely in your energy. I say good. I say good because if there's good reason and good reasons to defend yourself and others come up constantly. You will encounter a situation where you have to decide if you're going to stand up for your friend or not, or you're going to stand up for somebody or not. It happens. It will happen, you know. So it's good that you have this ability and you're known for it. Yeah, you might have dealt with something recently that maybe kicked up this part of your personality where you had to defend someone you loved or something like that. Princess of Cups. Because yeah, that's the point of all of this, is to say like, you're also known as someone very sweet and loving. It's just that maybe this had to happen recently. Or they just know of your capacity for it. but you're also being seen as someone who's plotting right now. So you may be known as someone with the capacity for that, or somebody formidable. But I do feel like there has to be something more recent. So let's see. How is pile number 2 being seen? 4 is Cancer. 11 is Aquarius. You're being seen as sensitive. Sensitive to slights and, you know, like aware of it. That's the thing. I'm sensing that you are being known as someone who is very aware of your standing with people and how to interact and what level you need to be at. Like you're very politically savvy that way. So you really notice things and you have a good lay of the land. You could be known for your friends too, or who you associate with. And I think you're also known for your ideas, how you like to do things, what your opinions are on things. It's possible that you're in a community where your opinion about something will get around. And so everyone's going to know your opinion on it. You could also be known as someone who stays up late. Ace of Swords. Someone who tells the truth and is very fulfilled. These are great cards. But I definitely feel like you're a say it type. I could just keep going, honestly, though. You are a stand-up member of your community. Like, also maybe just of society. Like, you are contributing a lot to the people around you. I love people like you. You are really doing your part to make things work the way you think they should. And you're known as that. You know how to like sweetly deliver good and bad news. Like you know how to get things across in a way that helps you. You have a very good sense of, you know, the scales of everything. Is this enough for me to, I don't feel like you're an overreact type. It's like you react correctly. You're seen as very intelligent in that way. You know what each thing requires of you. Again, like very politically, interpersonally savvy. When to send the good, you know, get well soon card. When to send a thank you note. Like also politeness and like courtesy. You know about these things. Yeah, you know what to hold back. And I feel like that's what's happening right now. You're holding back right now. But people sense that that's not your end all. It's a part of the plan and not what you intend to do forever. So that is what I've got for you. Let's go ahead and pull some music videos to get some more like other parts of how you're being viewed, because I do think there's a lot of logistics of how you're being viewed. But as far as like looks and stuff, we can always get that. Ooh, edgy. I love these aesthetic for you. Cute. What else? You're very straightforward as well. Like, I feel like you're also known as someone who's super straightforward and will tell you exactly what you know, that's funny. Maybe you could also be known as someone who's kind of a sweet talker, could tell someone exactly what they want to hear. But yeah, you could be known as someone who always knows what to say and is very charming that way, but then also is known as like, not even just what to say, but like you cut straight to the heart of it. Like you go straight to understanding it completely, or I don't know. What a picture. This is very like drama and like big moments. you are a star. Honestly, pile 2, you're known as a star. You're really known as someone who's like larger than life. I feel like you could get away with almost anything because you're just known as this really larger than life character. So yeah, I'm going to leave these down below. Thank you very much. Yeah, okay, so you might also be known by some of your exes or enemies or, you know, people who have a problem with you. You might be known by them. I am obsessed with the way you handle things. And I feel like you are going to have a really exciting, cool life here, pile 2. And, you know, in the process of creating an exciting and amazing life, you're going to have some missteps, and you might end up with some people who either you have a problem with or they have a problem with you, or that really went back in your world and you're like, never, no. So yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful day, pile 2. I'll link these down below, and I will see you next time. Okay, pile number 3, Wheel of Fortune. How are you being viewed? People are definitely wanting a piece of you. I'm getting like Britney Spears' piece of me here. The devil, the ice cream here. It's very desired, extremely desired. All right, how is pile number 3 being viewed? 3 is Gemini, 4 is Cancer, 4. Ooh, things have gone extremely well for you. Things are turning out in your favor. You're being known as like someone with immunity. Like you can't be cut, you know, like you have tenure at a university or something. You're not allowed to be fired. But it's like in a bigger term than that. 10 of Pentacles and the Devil, wow. Yeah, maybe you're being seen as someone with financial freedom. You're being seen as someone who's very giving. And also maybe that was a surprise. Like, I feel like also the way you're being viewed is in a really positive light because of something that's come out about you. Somebody figured out a good deed that you did or something. The Moon. Yeah, there are many things that are mysterious about you. You're being known in a major way as well, because with the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon, it's both major arcana. So it's like the energy around you is very intense. The Moon is all about like confusion, and the Wheel of Fortune is, you know, sometimes you're at the top, sometimes you're at the bottom. Such is life. People find you very mysterious. I think you're seen as someone who's very mysterious and interesting. Also, you're seen as someone with beautiful hair and really pretty arms, like a really pretty shape as well. Or like handsome arms or a handsome shape. 8 of Wands. Yeah. There's something about like you turning over cycles quickly. You get through things very quickly. Yeah, you change everything very quickly as well. Change on a dime. Knight of Cups. And this is that thing of everybody kind of daydreams about you. Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're seen as someone passionate, excited for new. For some of you that have recently broken up with someone, it's like you're seen as someone who excitedly pursues other options, you know? It's like plenty of fish in the sea kind of mentality. But also you're seen as someone who's very passionate and who is active and likes to go out and do things. But like calming things. You're seen in a very romantic, kind of poetic way here, pile 3, where people see you as a daydreamer, and they see you as mysterious, and they see you as exciting and forward-moving. Judgments. I like these little backyard scenes here that we've got. Like, you're seen as someone who knows how to make the best out of your space as well. Maybe you're seen as someone with a beautiful home and with a lot of beautiful places to be. Seven of Wands. Yeah, you're definitely seen as a major contributor. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. Someone who works hard to achieve success. Yeah, and you have some like secrets about you, or like things people sort of know about, heartbreaks or past situations or whatever, but they don't really know what all went down, you know? And people, they wonder. Of course, they wouldn't push you, but yeah, something about you are seen as someone who's broken out of a bad contract or situation, or maybe you got into a divorce or something like that, and how you handled it really well and got to a place you really wanted to be at. So like you could be seen as someone who has seen rock bottom and has become the 10 of Pentacles of like somebody who's really fulfilled. Rags to riches story. Something like that for sure. So that's what I've got for you, pile number 3. Let's go ahead and pull some music videos. That's pretty nice, though. I think you're getting even more good luck, by the way, pile 3. I'm really feeling that in your energy. Things are just starting to pick up with you, and so that's being seen in your energy, but they're going to be going even better. It's already great, but it's going to be even better. So just something to look forward to. Like, they don't always say, wow. So they really, the spirit team or whatever, you know, like they feel like rewarding you for getting rid of someone or for moving on from something or a toxic behavior or something like that. So you're getting a major reward for this. And you're also known as someone who left things behind that weren't good for you. You've gotten out of a lot of bad situations, maybe even. Okay, also maybe like a lot of people just kind of have a lot of opinions about you, and you seem like fun to party with. That's something I'm getting heavy in this part. See, this is why I love the music videos too, because you get even more of how you're seen. Yeah, you go very quickly. Like, you're always doing something. You're always moving on up. So you might have people trying to be like, oh, come on, let's just hang out. Like, come on, you know, come hang out. You're like, I gotta work. I gotta do this. But you are very fun. Very, very fun to party with. Okay. Last one. All right. There's something else here, though. I'm gonna link these down below. But what am I feeling for pile number 3? I feel like I don't quite fully get how they're being viewed right now. How is pile number 3 being viewed right now? You're letting something go. You're investing in yourself a lot more. I think you're seeing yourself as an opportunity, and you're kind of making the best out of your own life right now. So you might be really focused on your own stuff. Wow, lots about like moving and stuff here too. Making decisions. It's like focusing inward is a big emphasis. But it's funny because I feel like that's also like the spiritual tea on you is that you're more refocused inward. But I would say a lot of people just see you as this really sexually desirable person. Like you're being viewed in that way as just like a really hot person. But then on the other hand, you're dealing with everybody trying to hit on you or something, but you're dealing with like focusing on yourself and not worrying about that. And so you're kind of having to dodge things. Yeah, you've got a lot going on. 10 of Wands. You're very busy. And so you're dodging people's offers for you all the time because you 5 of Wands again. Knave of Wands. You use all your energy you can for this project that you're doing, or for this renovation on your life, or for your career, or for your passion project, or for yourself. So there's something about that you are being seen as someone who's very diligent and very busy and focused on something important. So yeah, that is what I've got for you. I'm going to link those music videos down below, and I will see you next time. Okay. Pile number 4. The Empress. You're being seen as someone who brought something to life. So if you are a mother, you could be being seen as someone who just gave birth, or someone who has given birth, or, you know, because it's like, it's its own experience. I think you're being seen as someone with a very interesting story. You're being seen as very beautiful, very, very beautiful. And stylish. Or handsome. But either way, stylish. Yeah, you're also being viewed as someone who really affects the rooms that they're in, you know, and you make the party a party. How else is pile number 4 being viewed? You're being viewed as someone who's really content on their own. How is pile number 4 being viewed? You're being viewed as someone who's changing their priorities, who's shifting away from some and towards others. Yeah, you could be being viewed as someone who's making a major life change. Okay. How is pile number 4 being viewed? Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. You could be being seen as someone who's grieving, or who knows about grief or has experienced grief. You're also being seen as someone who's very grateful for the people or the things in your life. Being seen as someone with really good judgment, but based in reality, like based on like the School of Hard Knocks or something like that, where you learned from experience. That you face your fears. You're being viewed as someone very interesting to get to know as well. Always with something different, interesting, weird to say. You know, you're definitely a breakup of the monotony. Nobody ever knows exactly what you're going to say, or your experience is really appreciated. Okay. Interesting. How is pile number 4 being viewed? Yeah, I mean, you're kind of being seen also as someone who's not able to do what they want to do yet. Or deciding what direction to go. Yeah, this might be a transition phase for you, as it would be if you were having a child, you know, suddenly you've got that child now. Yeah, but like I said, you are being seen as very beautiful, very passionate, very alive and awake and involved, but maybe involved with not the same people. Because it could be a lot of different things for you. It could be you're taking alone time, but for some of you, it's not alone time. It's like more time with a specific person or specific people, but definitely different. It's a change. It's not clocking to you. I'm standing on business. It is giving that kind of like you locking into just your child, or like because you just gave birth. But it also could just be like you stopping hanging out with a certain crowd, and yeah, they noticed. Yeah, it's like you moving on and you becoming more, having more boundaries. Like you're being seen as someone who's asserting their boundaries here. Ooh. Yeah, you're being seen as someone who's thinking of things in a different way, or looking at the bigger picture, looking towards the future. Yeah, you definitely seem like someone who's very future oriented and who, you know, has something specific that they would like to go towards, or a direction they want to be in. Or again, they just, it's just like you locked in on the people in your life or something. Or you've chosen a new life partner or something like that, where now you're all in on with that person. Magician. Yeah, I think you're honestly being seen as someone who's a creator, somebody who creates their own life and is in the process of making things the way they want them to be for themselves. You know, like you seem like a self-starter. You seem like someone who has good ideas about definitely your own process, though. It's very much stuff about you. Like you are seen as an artist. You are seen as someone with power. You are seen as this person who does things, you know, completes projects, or is a doer, a maker. Okay. And again, you've been through things. Like, you know what it feels like. Ooh, King and Queen of Wands. You're being seen as someone who's balanced, who's logical, and ferocious is the word I just got in my head. So yeah, you could be seen as like, oh, it reminds me of like what they say about moms. It's like mama bears, or like tiger moms. That's not the best thing in the world, right? But you could be seen as someone who's really strict and passionate about it. People have pride in you. They're proud to have you as a partner or friend, or, you know, they're proud to have you around. Proud to know you. Again, here's you leaving. Proud to have known you. You know, maybe these are people from the past are also viewing you this way, that you moved on to greener pastures and they're really proud of you and they think you did it all yourself. Knight of Cups. I think you're also being seen as someone who stands up for what they believe in, you know, and has a lot of love in their lives. A lot of love in their lives. So that is what I've got for you. Thank you very much. Pile number 4. Let's go ahead and pull you some music videos. Yeah, you're definitely seen as someone who stands up for what they believe in. Even by people who disagree with you, you are seen this way. Even when things don't go your way, it's like you're able to sort it out. Anything else? Yeah, you're seen as someone who a lot of people are very protective over, or even possessive over. I don't know what to do. Why you're beautiful. Yeah, a lot of people are jealous over you and creatively inspired by you. I want to see you so bad. The reason I'm going. Yeah, a lot of people like project on you as well. I fucked up. I want you, but I shouldn't. Yeah. You have a lot of like energy directed towards you. I think that's also how you're being seen, is like everybody is kind of everybody has like opinions on you. This pile has been very interesting. Pile 4, this is like a very interesting reading because it's almost like there's some like secretive energy around your pile in particular. Like how you're viewed is not general knowledge or something, like, or there's a difference in the general knowledge of how you're viewed. Yeah. People definitely really want your company and things don't feel as good without you around. Some people feel a real connection to you. And good things are coming. And good things are being said about you. It's just, there are a lot of people in your energy from the past. And maybe that's because you've accomplished something, and so people are finding out about it, and people who haven't been in your energy for years are now, they've joined the chat of, you know, like they know about you, they're thinking about you. So you might have a lot of energy being directed towards you. So I would, like, you know, light a candle, go on a nice nature walk if you can. Something like that. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Pile number 4. I don't think I pulled any music videos for you yet. Oh yeah, I mean, that's kind of, yep. Let's shuffle these and some secrets around this. People are doing anything for clout from you, I guess. So. Okay. You're definitely some people's motivation. So yeah, I will link these down below. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anything else? Okay, this is the last one. I'm going to link these all down below. You get some extra messages in there. Thank you very much, pile number 4, and I will see you next time.